Tour de force, a feat requiring great virtuosity or strength, often deliberately undertaken for its difficulty. Tour de forces is all that, with 3 former Marines in the team, plus 1 Marine's son. It's the first time Mark Ormrod's used a hand cycle. Not that that bothers him.
Mechanically, it works exactly the same as a bicycle. You've got a crank and a chain and pedals, but rather than me use my feet, because I don't have any, I use hands. And I can literally plug in to there, and that's me connected and good to go. And when I've finished or when I need to release, I just push a button and I'm out, and I can jump out and do whatever else I need to do.
It was on another venture, the Gumpathon, 2 years ago, that Mark met Master Gunnery Sergeant and running guru Charles Chunks Padilla, who famously ran 85 miles in one day, pounding the roads for 22 hours.
When we ran across America from New York to LA, there were some days where I was having a bad day, and at the end of the day, I'd just look at Mark and go, this is easy. What am I complaining about? So, Mark is my inspiration. That's why I'm here.
So a charity close to Chunks' heart, the Semper Fi Fund, will also benefit from this endeavour. The logistics are being handled by Paul, whose dad's still serving. Working out which way round the coastline to go was a toss-up.
I chose anti-clockwise just for the reason that when we get to North Wales, we should be fitter by the time we reach around there. So obviously when the mountains come into it, it won't be so tough.
You're bonkers, yes?
Yeah, we're glutton for punishment.
The team's sponsors and the groups they're supporting have been brilliant in coming up with accommodation en route.
All we're asking for is a dry bit of space to get our heads down, and we're being offered all sorts.
But because they need to cover 100+ miles a day, the 4 guys will each be on the road on their own, taking over from each other in a relay. People are encouraged to join in along the route, to run or cycle along beside to keep them company and boost their spirits. For Mark, the venture's all about what he's about now.
When the guys in the military get injured, a lot of the fortunate ones like myself, you don't change mentally, just physically. And you've still got that drive, and you're still young and active and want to challenge yourself. Most of the guys now I see so fast after being injured are doing stuff that's taken me maybe 3 or 4 years to do. They're just doing it because there's so many people doing so many amazing things. The Paralympics is just an example. Guys like Rana and Derek, Paralympians 5 years after they were injured.
Oh.
His recovery's already a tour de force, his remarkably normal home life with 10-month-old son Mason, and the job he has with the Royal Marines Association as an ambassador, showing others that so much is still possible. Tour de Forces is in aid of Blesma, the Semper Fi Fund, the Royal British Legion and the Royal Marines Association. They depart from Plymouth tomorrow and will finish where they started early in October. Julie Knox, Forces News.